What is up, guys? It's TheGreatWall back at it again with another video. Today we are here with, you guessed it, another rebuild. Today we are with the Braves, and as you guys might have saw in the last one, we did do the Great Wall challenge. So in this one, we're doing the Shitty Editor challenge, which, as you guys, if you watched the last one, know, we need to use the initials of Shitty Editor, which is CE. And this might be a hard one. Right now, the only person I see that we can really use is Chris Sale. Unfortunately, Acuna, you will have to be traded. But yeah, so we have to use someone with CE, and if they have both of those initials, like for instance, if Chris Evans was an MLB player, we could give 99 potential. That being said, we're going to go ahead. We're going to start looking for some players who are going to fit this team and actually do something. So that being said, I'm going to start looking, and then I'll see you guys when I make the first trade. Alright, I don't think you can call this a blockbuster deal, but I'm going to trade Raisel Iglesias, Spencer Strider, and Pierce Johnson, all of which can't be a part of this challenge, for Lucas Erceg, Carlos Estevez, who we can give 99 potential to, and Cole Reagans, who C for shitty. So, and by the way, Shitty Editor is spelled like city. If you ever watched South Park, that's why. So yeah, this deal we're gonna make, I think it's going to play out very well for us, so yeah. Alright, this is going to be a hit or miss trade. We're trading Rob Griswold, Ha-Seong Kim, and Joe Jimenez for Corey Seager, who sometimes turns into an absolute stud, wins MVP or something. Sometimes you never see him. And Carl Edwards Jr., who I can give 99 potential to. Will he ever hit that? Probably not, but it's another bullpen piece. It's one of the few players we probably get to use 99 potential on. So we're going to make this deal, and hope it plays out well for us. Alright, we're going to trade Nick Allen and Didier Fuentes for Connolly early. Fits the bill. We can give him 99 potential. So, yeah, we're going to make this deal. Alright, this might be kind of a crazy deal, but we're going to trade Spencer Schwellenbach, Hurston Waldrep, and Tate Southeastine? Definitely butchered that, I'm sorry. For Chase Burns, so C for shitty, and Christian Encarnacion, who I can give 99 potential to. So we're going to make this deal, and hope it plays out well for us. Alright, we're going to trade Matthew Curtis, Nacho Alvarez Jr., and Marcel Ozuna, and we're going to get, where is he? Cole Emerson. He gets 99 potential because of the initials, so we're going to make this deal. Alright, we're going to trade Dylan Lee for Clark Elliott. Yeah, he has the initials, so he's 24. Might not be the greatest ever, but he'll be something at least, so yeah. Alright, this might feel like a little bit of an overpay, but we're going to trade Michael Harris II, Drake Baldwin, and Reynaldo Lopez, and we're going to get Cal Raleigh. Yeah, he's at his potential, I'm pretty sure, but 95 overall catcher is one of the best in the game, if not the best in the game. So we're going to make this deal and hope that we can build a good enough team around him to do something. So yeah. Alright, we're going to trade Jose Suarez, Grant Holmes, and Enoli Paredes for Cade Smith. I would just like to point out that it's kind of funny that Emmanuel Clase is the anti-shitty editor. It's the same initials but backwards, but that's fine. We're going to add Cade Smith. I mean, we have a potential three-headed monster coming into the bullpen, maybe four if you want to count Lucas Erceg, but yeah, we have the potential to have a very good bullpen in the next year or two, so yeah, we're going to make this deal and hope it plays out well. Alright, we're going to trade Bryce Elder, who I technically could use, but I don't want to, and AJ Smith-Shawver for Corbin Burns. Hasn't been doing great recently, I don't think, but I'm going to see if we can turn him back into a stud, so we're going to make this deal and hope that he can develop a little bit for us. This might seem like a weird deal, but we're going to trade Landon Beald, whatever that is, Jerickson Profar, and Jared Kelenic for Carson Williams. Yeah, Carson Williams is very hit or miss in this game, but we're going to give him a shot and see if he can develop a little bit. So yeah, we're going to make this deal. Alright, this might seem stupid, but I'm going to trade Matt Olson and Ronald Acuna Jr. for Ketel Marte, who we're going to turn and trade. But the one that we actually wanted was Corbin Carroll, so I don't want to overpay too much, so we're going to make this deal. Going to flip Ketel Marte for someone else, so yeah, this deal we're going to make hopefully plays out well for us. Alright, this also might be a crazy deal, but we're going to trade Hayden Harris Ketel Marte and Ozzy Albies, and we're going to get Taiwan Walker and Christopher Sanchez. Obviously, Christopher Sanchez is the one we want. He's going to be here for a little bit. I think our starting rotation is good after that. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah, and then 5. Then we also have Connolly Early, who's going to be coming up. Cam Caminiti, who's coming up. So, yeah. Do we really need to do this deal? Probably not, but I think that if we get Christopher Sanchez, this is a rotation that competes this year. Plus, Chris Sale's getting old. He's going to be going down. So, yeah, I think this is the right move. I hope it plays out well for us. All right, we're going to trade Will Verdung, Brody Fowler, and Jake Fraley for Christian Yelich. It's going to be hit or miss. A lot of these trades are going to be hit or miss. But Christian Yelich is a guy that normally does pretty well in the sim, so we're going to make this deal and hope that that's still the case. Paying him a lot of money, but that's fine. All right, this might seem like another crazy deal, but Ethan Workinger, Aaron Bummer, and Sean Murphy for Cody Bellinger. So our outfield is absolutely stacked. We got Christian Yelich, Clark Elliott coming up behind him in the minors. Pause. Cody Bellinger in center field, and then Corbin Carroll in right field. This outfield is going to be elite. So we got decent speed all around here too, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so we're going to make that deal. Our outfield is pretty stacked. So yeah, that being said, we really just need like a third baseman, a second baseman, and probably a better first baseman. And then if we can get a couple bullpen arms, that'll be obviously good. Because this team might be ready to win this year. Honestly. With the team we have, we might be ready. So that being said, I'm going to go find a couple more players, and then we'll see what we can do. Hear me out. We're going to trade Eli White, David Fletcher, and Jason DeLay, and we're going to get Carson Kelly. I'm going to move him to an infield position. It's probably going to be second base. But worst case scenario, if he doesn't do well, we could always probably just like DH Cal or something, or move him to first base, because Christian Encarnacion is going to need time anyway. So, like I said, we need a first baseman, a second baseman, and a third baseman. So, we're going to make this deal for now. Move some pieces around and see what we can do. All right, hear me out again. Joey Wentz, Taiwan Walker, Austin Riley. Wish we could keep you, but we can't. We're going to trade them for Carlos Correa, who will stay at third, probably. Yeah. And Cam Smith, who's going to probably move to second base, if not DH. Or we'll move someone else around. Honestly, Cody Bellinger might be playing first base for us. He can play first. Corbin Carroll can move to center, maybe. But yeah, Cam Smith is definitely a good pickup, I think. So we're going to make this deal. Hope you can do well. Yeah. All right. We are going to trade Sandy Leone, Ian Anderson, and J.R. Ritchie over to the Orioles for Colton Cowser, who will probably play right field, and then we'll let like Cam Smith DH. Yeah, this is the deal we're gonna make. The team is set. I picked up a few bench bats. I don't remember who exactly I picked up, but I know I picked up not Christian Encarnacion. I picked up Christian Betancourt. I also picked up a couple bullpen arms like Chris Flexen, Chase Anderson, Carlos Chavez. But yeah, I think we have a team that's going to compete this year. So we're going to make this deal. I'm going to put together the team and see if we're good enough to go far. So yeah, we're going to make this deal and hope it plays out well. All right, we're going to trade Eddys Leonard, Matthew Batten, and Dane Dunning. We're going to get Camilo Doval. It's going to be another bullpen piece for us. I think this is a good move. I'm hoping he does a job for us. So yeah, we're going to make this deal and hope it plays out well. We're going to trade Isaiah Drake and Leandro Encarnacion for Jeremiah Estrada. I think this is the last deal we're going to make because we're going to have 3 good relief pitchers, 3 good closers, and then Carlos Chavez kind of just thrown in the mix, or Chris Flexen, whoever it is. So we're going to make this deal, and we're going to start simming after. All right, we are at the Home Run Derby. Our team is nuts. Corey Seager's here. I said he always randomly goes off in this game. He's here. He's going off. Giancarlo Stanton, have a year. Wow. James Wood, my GOAT, my captain, my king. But yeah, our team is insane. As you can see, we're 61-36, which is second in the league currently. right behind the Dodgers. Yeah. All-star voting, we have to have some guys. Seager and Corbin Carroll, obviously. Oh, I forgot to mention that I did move a lot of players around, so you'll see them probably all in a second. But pitchers, what team am I again? Braves. Yeah, when you start doing these a lot, you kind of like forget what team you are half the time. Christopher Sanchez doing a job. He's always good here. Cole doing a good job. He's going down, but I mean he's staying the same basically. Sale is down to an 88, but he's still doing a job, so we're going to stick with him. Anyone else? Chase Burns in his rookie year is not doing bad. He's doing pretty well. Who was my last guy? Don't know. Relief pitchers, I don't really care too much about a lot of the relief pitchers. Chris Flexen, shout out to him. Cade Smith, though, I mean, could be better, but could be worse. He's doing his job for the most part. Catcher, we do have... Wow. Where is... Did I pass him? Am I blind? Oh, yeah, I did. Alright, he's doing okay. 248. 19 home runs is okay. Not great, but something. Cody Bellinger at first base is hitting 218. He's down to an 88. Unfortunate. Second base, Corey Seager's hitting 292. 29 tanks from a second baseman. I mean, he's OP over there. Third base, who do we have? We have Carson. Okay, yeah, so Carson Kelly's playing third base. He's hitting 277, up back to an 84. So he's figuring it out, which is good. At shortstop, ooh, I could have got CJ Abrams. Who is our shortstop? Oh yeah, Carlos Correa. He's gonna figure it out more in the second half, but he's doing pretty well though, so we're gonna stick with him. In left field, we've got Christian Yelich, who is going down one in overall, but still doing his job. Corbin Carroll doing his job, 250, hits 22 tanks so far, not bad. In right field, we have Cam Smith is our DH, who's doing pretty well. Who's our actual right fielder? It is Colton Cowser, hitting 188. That's not gonna play. I hate to break it to you, but that doesn't play. Cam Smith though is doing pretty well, so we're gonna leave him at the DH spot. That being said, though, this might be a one and done challenge. We might be done at the end of this year. I'll see you guys when I sign all the players I drafted. All right, and we had yet again a beautiful draft class. We can keep this guy. Like I said, I don't draft based on what we can keep. I draft based on what we the best value. But we can keep Dino Escobar, who is already pretty good. Nobody else does. That's fine. That being said, I don't think this draft class is gonna matter. We're winning it this year. So yeah, let's finish out the year. All right, we finished 105 and 57. Which is the best record in the league by 5 games. We absolutely dominated the league. I mean, wow. I don't know how. I mean, I guess our pitching was just elite, but yeah, we did an amazing job, so there is that. But that being said, league leaders, Cole Reagans and Chris Sale doing jobs. Cam Smith, Corbin Carroll again. All right, let's look at the WAR numbers. That's what I want to see. Corbin Carroll, 5.9 WAR. He low-key might be... Is he on pace to be a Hall of Famer? I think he definitely is at this point. Didn't know he had an 8 WAR in his rookie year. He won Rookie of the Year, yeah. Cal, 5.8. How does he look over his career so far? Pretty good. More like a Hall of Pretty Good guy, but... Cal's a beast. Corey Seager, 5.1. Carson Kelly, 4.1 in a new position, doing a job. So there's that. Carlos Correa, I mean, he gets a job done. Not the greatest in the world, but he does the job. Christopher Sanchez, 3.9. We like that. Cole Reagans, 3.4. Chris Sale, 3.3. What overall is Sale at this point? 85. All right, so he's still respectable. He's still going to get the job done for us in the playoffs. Chase Burns with a 2. Not bad in his rookie year. Jeremiah Estrada, 1.9. I mean, we just had guys on top of guys on top of... Whoa, pause. But you know what I mean. We just had an elite all-around team. Cam Smith wins Rookie of the Year. Pete Alonso with an MVP. Didn't expect that. Oh, wow. Who the hell is this guy? He does amazing every single sim. No Chase Burns is a little crazy, but that's fine. That is fine. Cam Smith, though, did a hell of a job. Good for him. That being said, I'm going to fix our playoff roster, and then we'll get into the postseason. All right, we did have a bye. We're going up against San Diego. All right. Hold on. They got sales starting game 1. I'm going to go fix the rotation. I didn't realize that. So I'm going to fix the rotation, and then we'll get back into it. All right. Christopher Sanchez on the bump for game 1 versus Joe Musgrove is a win. Cole Reagans versus Michael King, game 2 is a win. Sale versus Pavetta, game 3. We sweep. All right. We're taking on the Dodgers. I'm going to go refix our rotation, and then we'll hop into it. All right, we have the Dodgers. Christopher Sanchez versus Shohei Ohtani, game 1, is a win. Cole Reagans versus Yamamoto, game 2, is a win. Sale versus Glasnow, game 3, is a win. Snell versus Corbin Burns, we lose. Ohtani versus Chase Burns is a loss. Christopher Sanchez versus Yamamoto, come on, guys. All right, we are moving on to face Tampa Bay in the World Series. I'm going to go fix the rotation because... I mean, that should be enough rest. We're going to go fix rotation, and then we'll get into the World Series. All right. Rotation is fixed. We got Christopher Sanchez on the bump. Game 1 versus Shane McClanahan is a win. Drew Rasmussen versus Cole Reagans is a win. Sale versus Ian Seymour is a loss. Burns versus Adrian Hauser is a win. 3-1. We have them by the balls. I don't know how the Rays made it here with the power of friendship, but they weren't expecting to run into us. Why are we playing the Tropicana? The field's not in the game anymore. We are going to put Chase Burns on the bump for this one. The team's great. Let's just get it done. Let's make this nice and easy. We get one. They answer. All right, that's okay. All right. This might sound crazy, but Chase Burns' day is over. I'm going to bring in Connolly early. They're going to score 1 and answer, but we get out of it. All right. We put up 2. There we go. Just get me another out. There we go. All right. We're staying ahead here. There we go. All right, let's get to the bullpen. Connolly did a great job. Who do we want here? Do I want Estevez? No, definitely not Estevez. Yeah, we're going to bring in Carl Edwards. See if he can get us 3 outs here to set it up for Cade Smith. He can. We got 1 more. And now we're going to bring in Cade Smith, the man, the myth, the legend. We're going to hop into the game and get this final out. This was honestly a lot quicker than I thought it would be. If you're watching to this point, drop down in the comments below, is Shitty Editor the GOAT? Yeah, I mean, his team took me an hour to do. Mine took me 3, so I guess he is 3 times better than me. I don't know if that's how that works, but Shitty Editor might just be the GOAT. Yeah, that being said, Cade Smith, let's just finish this off nice and easy. Just get it over with. Good night. All right, we win the World Series. That was probably the easiest one I've won in a long time. We didn't really even have to play it all. The team just did it all for us. Yeah, I mean that was an insanely close postseason run too. Like all of our games were decided within, for the most part, 1 or 2 runs. Like let's see, hell, this whole series was decided by 1 run. 1 run, 1 run, 2 runs, 1 run, 10 runs, 3 runs, 3 runs, 1 run, 2 runs, 10, 3. I mean, like, that's a very competitive postseason run where you flip some of those games where you don't even make it out of the first round. But that being said, we did get the challenge done. Corey Seager wins World Series and playoff MVP. That's why I picked him up. He's a stud. But yeah, this is what the team looks like. I mean, this is probably one of the better teams I've put together in 1 season, to be honest. So, yeah, that being said, that's going to be it for this one. Thank you guys, as always, for watching. Stay tuned for the next one, and peace.